Yeah, this looks more like a creek bed than a road.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't really look like a road no more.
Nope. It ain't the creek bed. The creek bed's up here to the left of us.
Oh, okay.
You can see it. See it up here?
Yeah.
That's the creek bed.
Okay.
This is the trail.
Yeah.
This is why Tackett Creek was one of the top 10 ATV destinations in the world.
Really?
For like for a couple of years, and the
That's amazing. I don't know how tall it is, but to find this in the middle of basically the mountains here.
Because I've tied a bunch of knots in it, and you can hold on to these knots. It just feels more safer down this ladder.
Hello everyone, this is John Ward with the Appalachian Channel, and this is Tammy. You might have seen her on some of our previous videos. We've been filming with George. She is a trail guide here in the Campbell County area. This is her buggy back here in the back, and we went out yesterday, and you're going to see some of that footage from yesterday, and we're going to go some new places today.
Right.
And she can be contacted at her email if you're interested in coming to do some trail riding. She can take you to all the neat places and get you there without you getting lost. And so her email will be in the first comment and also in the description. And so we're going to go to some different places here in the mountains. So tell us a little bit about these mountains here, Tammy.
Well, where we're standing right now, this is what we call the Pigeon roost. This is one of the stops that on my tour. Because you can see, you got a 360 view up here.
And what county are we in?
This here is Claiborne.
Claiborne County. Kind of gets a little, we're right on the Kentucky-Tennessee border.
Yes.
And Millsboro is that way.
Yep, right over that way.
And we
Clairfield's that way, and then Kentucky's that way.
Oh, Kentucky's. I thought you said Middlesboro was that way.
It is, but it goes around this way. So that's Kentucky.
Kentucky's that way.
Yeah, Kentucky's all the way around toward Middlesboro.
So how many miles of trail are they to ride on if somebody comes and wants to do?
Oh gosh, well, all of the TWRA, I believe there's, I can't really remember. There's thousands of miles on the TWRA, but it's broke up into 4 different units. This unit here, this is the part of the Ed Carter unit, and then there's the New River unit, the Rural Blue unit, and the Sunquist unit. So there's 4 different units, and they go from here all the way over toward where you're from, over toward Brushy Mountain.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, over in that way. So but I usually just do the Tackett Creek area, Valley Creek, the Kentucky Trails, but there's days of there's lots of trails I've never even been on up on the TWRA. But you do have to have a permit to ride here, so just keep that in mind if you ever come and ride. It's just 1 per buggy, so 1 permit covers everybody in the buggy, whether it's a 2-seater or a 4-seater. It's just 1 permit. That's all you need.
And she can email you that information, and maybe some links to some Airbnbs that you know about where you can stay at and ride your buggy from there. There's a bunch of them in this area, and we'll probably show you some more of them here as we go through. There's camp. You got a trailer, RV trailer, and you camp. There's camp spots, or you can rent cabins, and just a multitude.
Anything you need. Airbnbs, campgrounds, cabins. There's even a hotel you can stay at that's right off the 141 exit, where it's centrally kind of located, so you can get to Rural Blue, New River, or the Sunquist, or over here pretty easily. All right, where are we going to next? Well, we're going to head on up the road here and go over toward Copper Glow to where I was telling you when we talked about before where those 2 guys were murdered.
Okay, we're
So-
gonna go over there.
Yeah, he was wanting to see that area, so we'll just make our way over through there.
All right, well, enjoy the footage as we're driving, and some of it, like I said, was from yesterday, and some of it will be new from today.
Right.
So I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, we found our first critter, a black snake. He's trying to get away.
There he's over here, going upside that mountain.
He didn't like me grabbing his tail.
You didn't hold on tight enough, John.
I didn't, did I? Let
No.
him get away.
No, he went up by that tree. He's up in there now.
Oh,
He's
all
gone. You should have grabbed him a little farther up where you could have got some of his body.
Yeah, well, on the next one.
I'm sure we'll run into another. Hopefully we see some elk or something.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Or them horses would be cool.
Yeah.
You gonna ride one of them horses for me?
No.
You will. Come on now. So if you catch it, I'll ride it. Did they
All
come?
right. Now I can catch them. They'll let you walk right up to them.
Really?
Yeah.
So where's this at? Where we at right now, Tammy?
We are just on the outskirts of Middlesboro, Kentucky, at the place we call this Mach Falls. On the map, it's actually called Reliance, Kentucky. It's the actual name for this location. But Middlesboro is maybe 5 miles on up the road. Yeah, I grew up in a little community called Siler, Kentucky. I was born and raised there, lived there my entire life. I actually still live there. My dad was a coal miner, and my mom, she was a stay-at-home mom. She stayed home, took care of all us heathens, kept us in line. And then Daddy got a job at Gatliff Coal, which was about 10 minutes from the house. So he worked at the tipple. When the trucks would, when the coal would come down off the conveyor belt and pile up, he would keep it pushed down. And then when the trains came, he would load the trains and send the coal out. So that's what he did when he retired. That's what he was doing. He had a really good job. He provided good for us.
So tell me the story you were telling me yesterday about the snakes.
Yeah, up until I was about 12, we lived in a really old house. It did have indoor plumbing and water and stuff, but it was very old, over 100 years old. And there was up to the attic access, we had like it was like a piece of insulation up there, like the foam board insulation, and Daddy just had it tacked up there to keep the cold air from coming down from the attic into the house and the critters and stuff. But right where it was located, there was a mirror and like a little shelf, and that's where we got ready for school at. There was our hairbrushes and everything was there. We'd stand there to get ready for school. Well, one morning we heard a bunch of rustling up there on this piece of insulation, and I didn't know what it was. I just figured it was a squirrel or a raccoon or something up there. And all of a sudden the insulation falls, and there's 2 huge black snakes wrapped up mating together on this thing, and they were so heavy that it just broke the insulation down that piece. And there they lay, just right in the floor, just like scared me to death.
Was your dad home?
No, Daddy he wasn't home. That was when I was really young. I was probably about 7 at that time. So he was, I'm sure he was out driving the coal truck or something.
What'd you do with the snakes?
Well, Mommy chopped their heads off and put them in the coal bucket and took them outside and set them outside till sundown, because they don't die, she said, until sundown. They can still bite. So put them in that bucket, cut the heads off, put snakes and the heads in the bucket, and left them there till sundown. and then she just threw them away. That's what Mommy said, that snakes don't die till sundown, so I don't know. Okay, so while I grew up, there was a lot of us. There was 7 kids. I had 3 brothers and 3 sisters. But, you know, we grew up, that even though, you know, Daddy had a good job, but we were still, you know, we wore clothes, hand-me-downs, or clothes from the rag store. You know, but to us that was just normal. We, you know, we never had the best of everything, but we didn't need it. We were happy.
Tell us about how y'all took a bath.
Well, we would take a bath once a week on Thursday. Mom would fill the bathtub with water, and we would all get to bath on that one day. So they'd start with the oldest one, and they would take a bath, and then it just kept going down, oldest to youngest. And yeah, by the time it got to me, it was pretty nasty. It was pretty gross, but we got clean. Mommy always made sure we was clean, and she kept our clothes washed in the old wringer washer and hung them out on the line, and we raised chickens and hogs, and we ate good.
How many siblings were they?
I had 3 brothers and 3 sisters.
All at home at the same time?
Yes, yep, all at home.
So that's what, 7?
And my mom's mother, Bessie, she lived with us too, so up until she died. So
yeah. That was 7 of your kids?
7 kids, and then Mom and Dad, and then my grandmother. So it's 10 of us in the house.
And you was the youngest?
No, I was the 3rd. I'm the youngest girl, but I have 2 brothers that's younger than me. David and Doug, he's my youngest brother. Sister Tina, she's the one above me, and then there's Tanya and Robin. But she married really young, and she married a man from over what we call Mud Creek. His name was Ray Carpenter. And he was a coal miner. He worked back in the deep mines, and he was working over in Knox County, Kentucky, up what they call Granny Rose Holler. And him and I believe there was 5 or 6 other men with him, but they had a mine explosion, and it pretty much buried all of them. So that was a pretty tragic event that happened in our lives.
How old was your sister when her husband passed away?
She was around 18.
18?
Yeah, she was young. I was like 16. And they pretty much just, they tried to bring them out of the mines, but it was really just pieces of them. They didn't really know who was who. So we didn't get a body back to bury. We just got a bag of remains, just a plastic bag. So that's what we buried in the coffin. And but there was no way to know if it was really even him. This is a big stop. A lot of when the Jeep crews come by and ride, because you know the Jeeping's big in this area. A lot of the Jeeps come down here. I'm really surprised it's this slow on a Labor Day weekend Friday. Really surprised.
Somebody's built stacked stone in here for some reason. See that in there? That's stacked stone.
Yep.
They've tried to keep it from washing out there. At some point there might have been a house up here.
Oh yeah, I'm sure of it. There's some old house sites on down the road here. There's an old dam on down the creek that you can see from the road.
Yeah, there's probably some fish in that hole.
I'm sure there is. Beautiful spot. But you know, this is just home. It's beautiful, and I lived here my whole life, and I've been all around the United States. Been to all the way to California. I've been to the Redwoods. I've been to Yellowstone. I've been to Acadia. I've been to Rocky Mountain National Park. I've been a lot of places, but there ain't nowhere as beautiful as home to me.
Check that out. That's amazing. I don't know how tall it is, but to find this in the middle of basically the mountains here is quite amazing. So Tammy's been telling me a little bit about it. We're going to walk through. And this was a big coal mining operation at one time?
Yeah, at one time. Just last summer, they tore down the wash plant, which is on up the road just a little bit. But they would wash the coal, and then it would come up from the coal wash up the conveyor belt, which has been tore down. They tore it down last summer, but it would come up to the top, and then the coal would go down in the chute, and then the trains would come through here, and that would load the trains. The coal would fall down into there and load the train cars, and then they just move on out, load the next one.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like this. So they had a coal washer. First, once they mined the coal, they had to wash it.
They mined the coal, yeah, and washed it, and then when they washed it, they would, the sludge that came off of it, they had a big dump. I'll show you that. Just on up the road from the wash plant, and then we'd wash it and clean it, and then it would come on from there up the conveyor belt to here.
So yeah, we've got a massive structure here, concrete structure that originally would have costed a lot of money. Do you have any idea how long this coal company operated here?
Oh, I don't know exactly, but if I had to guess, I would say probably at least 30 years, 30, 40, I don't know, a long time.
They even had garage doors on it. They could shut the garage
It was
doors.
in operation until COVID hit.
Until COVID hit, okay.
Yeah, and then it closed like everything else did, and then it never did open back up.
So there's still some coal here on the ground.
Yep.
A little bit left. It's all crumbled up, but yeah, they've been it's unknown how many millions of pounds of coal has come through here over the years.
Yep. Now they are set to destroy this too.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're going to take it down at some point.
Well, that'd be interesting. I wonder what they're going to do to take it down.
I don't know. I would imagine probably dynamite it, I would say.
That'd be fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
This must have been a doorway coming in at one time.
Well, you could climb this and get to the top, but as you can see, they've removed these bottom things.
Yeah,
Keep people from doing that, so you just go up and keep climbing up to the top.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That would be.
It's pretty high up there.
I can see that.
Been up there a few times.
But was there a different way up at one time, like a ladder or something that was different to get up on the outside of the building or anything?
Yeah, I believe so.
You said you got up there before.
Yes, I walked up. I walked up the ramp that was attached to the conveyor belt, the metal ramp. There was a ramp that came all the way the length of the conveyor belt up to the top.
So you was out on the
it
conveyor
ran
belt.
right alongside the conveyor belt.
The little ramp to walk on.
Yeah, it's just a metal, like a metal.
And that got you up there. So that's what you got pictures when you got those pictures? That's
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Did you get pictures when you was on the top?
Yes, I got pictures, video. Yep, back last summer.
Okay, before that.
Before they took it down, yeah.
Yeah, they even had a road that goes back up in here.
Yeah.
That probably went up to the washer. Yeah, there's cages on the outside of it right there. And they've been all the way down. It had come all the way down.
They've removed it.
Well, the coal business has slowed down, I guess. You said they're going to open a new one, you've heard recently?
Yeah, up on Valley Creek where we was, Bryson Mountain, they're supposed to be opening up another mines. Whether they will or not, I don't know, but they did get the permit approved.
Are there many in operation still now in this area?
Not in this area, but now over there where I live, over in Whitley County and on the Kentucky side, there is a lot of coal operations still going on.
Oh yeah, when I went up there into Solar to film that one video, there was coal trucks coming. It's wonderful.
Yes, there's a lot of.
Get this back on its head. Stupid thing. Okay.
But yeah, up there where I live, there's a lot of mines that are open all day long. That's the coal trucks are running.
Oh yeah, when we were up there, we saw them one right after another.
The Gatliff, the tipple where my daddy retired from, it's still, that's where the majority, if not all of it goes, is to Gatliff. And it's the same thing. They wash it, take the waste to the sludge dumps, and then load the trains right there, all at the tipple.
Well, alrighty, let's see what else we can find.
Alrighty.
This was an interesting stop. I like it. Love old structures, especially, you know, coal and timber was a big part of all of the Appalachian region.
Oh yeah.
Of no matter what state, that was the Appalachian region of the United States doesn't have to do with the Appalachian Mountain.
No.
It's just a territory, an area that's marked, defined by poverty or lower income lifestyle of living, but it's mainly because people lived in the mountains. There wasn't a lot
now,
of
they liables too over there at Gatliff where the tipple is. I don't know who you'd have to talk to, but they may let you come over there and walk around with somebody at the tipple and film the process of the coal coming in, it getting washed, and the waste getting hauled off, and then the coal getting pushed into the hoppers that loads the train.
Yeah, that might be something to get to do one day.
Yep, they have a lot of trains leaving out from over there, which is just right past the house there. Like just right over the mountain, like maybe 10 minutes. We made it.
We're here.
We just can't seem to. There's too much alive down there. where the bus sat. The back of it was back in, the front of it was out here. And then this is one of the log yards where George would have the parties. There was a big bonfire area right over there. But yep, this is Wolf Pen. Across the creek and merges into the Cliffhanger Trails to the left, and then Wolf Pen continues to the right, and they both meet right on the top of the mountain. So we're going to be coming up here to the big rock wall that everybody climbs from the bottom up, but we're at the top of it.
Okay.
We're going to go look down. And this is a big stop for everybody who comes to Tackett Creek. They like to see if they can climb this hill here. This one right here. Down there, that's what we call Slate Wall.
Yeah, I've seen people trying to climb it.
Yep.
Have you ever tried to climb it?
Yeah, I've been up it several times.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go down to the bottom of it. Steeper from the bottom, ain't it?
Yeah. Have there been anybody killed here?
Not that I know of. Seen a lot of people wreck, roll over, all that good stuff. They climb this, they go through there and climb that, climb up over here. They climb all over this rock. Maybe when we come back down from the overlook, there'll be some people here trying to climb it, but it's a lot steeper than it looks in the videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So right here in this wide spot is where I met Eddie.
Okay.
He was sitting right here in his buggy, and he had his tailgate down. He was sitting there whittling on a piece of cedar wood, and I came down the mountain and he was sitting there, and I stopped and asked him his name and what he was doing, and we've been friends ever since. But a lot of times you'll find Eddie sitting right here still to this day, whittling, listening to his old country music and his CD player. He has a CD player in his buggy. He don't have this fancy stuff, so, but he's happy, so it's all matters. So we're going to be starting up this hill to the overlook, and to this trail right here leads you up to the top of the mountain, which splits off to all the different trails up here. Wolf Pen, Cliffhanger, down to the Sand Cave, Hell's Canyon, Wilson Gap, Childers Gap, Hole in the Wall. All of them, you can get to all of them from here. Now, it's pretty rough, so let's get ready. Alright, put her in low. bighorn sumac. So you can take those. The Indians used to use it for red dye, but you can take them and soak them in water and add some sugar to them and make lemonade. They're really bitter.
What's the history about the cabin?
Well, there was a guy used to live up here. This is called Chumley Mountain, and I have some pictures on my phone. You'll have to remind me to show them to you. But he lived up here and worked down that's what George tells me now. And we go down here to this one. He worked and lived down there, and then he passed away, and then it went to his family. And this sold like about 5 years ago, I guess, for like, it was like less than $100,000. It was around $90,000. It was the cabin and like 40 acres. And somebody bought it, and just like last summer, it was back up for sale for $450,000. So, yeah. And then this is just a little memorial. Some friends of this guy came up here and put up. He just liked riding up here. And there used to be a little urn at the bottom of the cross with some of his ashes in it. I'm not sure where it went, but apparently I guess this guy committed suicide. But he loved this place, so they came up here and put a memorial up for him. Yeah, this used to all be, the cabin was in really good shape. It had windows, doors, a kitchen, everything. Before this place kind of got famous from Lifetime Trail Maps, and everybody started riding over here, and then it pretty much got destroyed. But we'll go in and look at it. Sort of like, because I have it on my phone as one of my backgrounds. Right here. I took this picture right here maybe, I don't know, 6 years ago. He used to have a gate and then the view, and it was really pretty.
Well, I bet they didn't have no electricity though, did they? It's got wiring though.
Yeah, he had electricity up here. He came up from the valley side up.
The valley side.
Yeah, he had electricity.
It's got a loft up there.
Yeah, there used to be banisters all the way around this walk out here, and they tore it down and burned it.
Oh.
For firewood.
Oh, well, that's great.
Yeah, and the windows were all in it. They just knocked all the windows out of it. Busted up the bathroom. There used to be a toilet, a shower. There's a toilet right here where you can still see what's left of it. And then the shower, look, they just wrote on it. And then there used to be a kitchen right here. There used to be cabinets all the way around here. There was a sink here. There was a full kitchen in here. I'll go open that door so we can get some light up there and you can see what it looks like up there. The door's closed. But, you know, people just don't respect other people's property. But you can, look right here. The upstairs is still in good shape. They haven't come up here and tore much up here.
Yeah. Got an old chimney on this side. Throwed rocks on the roof.
Yep. But yeah, this used to be a really nice home.
Yep. Just got left behind, didn't it?
Yep. But like I said, he moved or died or whatever he did. I'm not really certain, but like I said, even after he left, it was still intact. But like I said, when this place boomed and got really big from the internet and the map systems, people just started coming up here and just trashing it, writing on the walls.
They was listing the cabin on the map.
Yes, this was part. Well, when they mapped all this out, it's called Lifetime Trail Maps. That was the first people that mapped all this out for the side-by-side community, and they added this as a stop, and then the overlook and all that. And then when this place blew up, and a lot of people come here. I mean, there's people come here from all over the United States. It just kind of got destroyed. But you can see, like, used to none of these trees were here. You know, they've just grew up over the years. This used to just be a clean shot of the mountains.
Yep.
It's very peaceful out there.
Well, this don't look like the valley side over this way at all.
This isn't the valley side. We'll see the valley's on around that way.
Okay.
So when we go on up the mountain to the overlook, we'll be seeing the valley. This
Okay.
is just, this isn't
On the side
valley.
of it.
Yeah. I actually prefer this view myself because there's no homes, no roads. It's just mountains.
Yep. Good view, wasn't it? Don't know. We might find somebody want to live up here. I wouldn't want to
Well,
have to
I
live up
would
there.
live up here if I
You
could
would?
afford it. I can't afford $450,000. No. Yeah, I would love to live up here. I just get me a generator like George, and I got my side by side. I could just ride up.
What would you do
back
up
down.
here during the day? Work on the cabin?
Yeah, just work on it and build some more porch out here. Put me a little hot tub, a redneck hot tub out here. You know, you got a hot tub, and then you build that little stove behind it, and you feed it with wood.
Yeah.
Heat your water.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I don't need much. This is more than I need.
Yeah?
Yeah. I can fix this place up.
Yeah.
The only problem you would have living up here is you'd have to gate it off good, because this is actually private property here. This is not part of TWRA, so you would have to gate that entrance, that one, and that's the only two. As long as you had gates up, people couldn't come up here, you'd be fine. But yeah, I would live up here. Absolutely. There'll be some more windows in here. Put me some solar panels up on the roof.
Now that chimney there looks fairly old. I like the little outbuilding over here too. I'm gonna go look at it.
So here's a picture, if you can come and get it from, let's see.
Maybe you can send it to me.
Well, this is this was it, before it was kind of destroyed. You can see it had the front porch, the back porch. It had the fence around it.
You took these some years ago?
That's the backyard, yep. This was quite a bit ago. That's the front of it. It had a fence around the front. And
Had grass and everything.
There's his antenna.
The roof wasn't even rusty. What'd you
No.
do? What'd you come? How long ago was that video? That picture?
Oh, well, actually, these pictures came off the Tackett Creek Mafia page. Somebody posted them.
Oh, them older pictures.
Yes.
You didn't take those.
No, I did not take these, but this is what it looked like. I just saved them to my phone. But it looked similar to that when I, like, up until like 7 years ago. Then it just, yep.
Nice. Over here, I'm gonna look at this building over here. I like these out structures really good. Might be. I like it the way it's built. It's got a very steep pitch roof on it. They put a little bit of design work into it when they build it.
This tree here, this is a persimmon tree. So the fruit's not ready yet, but about the end of September, mid-October, these will ripen, and you can, every year I come up here and you can cut these in half, and they got a seed in there. And it'll either be a spoon, a fork, or a knife, and that tells you what kind of winter you're going to have, the shape of the seed.
Now what's these red berries out here?
That's the autumn olives. Autumn olive berries. Yep, those are autumn olives. You can eat them. Yeah, people make jelly out of them, wine. The bears love them. They're not quite ripe yet though. They'll turn a lot darker red than this when they get ready to pick. But these are all over the place around here, everywhere. You'll see tons of these. But yeah, so I'll let you know what this fruit shows in the fall. Hopefully it's a fork. A fork is a mild winter. A knife means a windy, cold winter. And then the spoon is a lot of snow. You just shovel. That's what these persimmon seeds will show you. 1 of 3 things. So we'll have to wait a little while before we can figure that out.
Well, if anybody else has heard about anything like that, leave us a comment.
Yeah, I'm sure they have. That's a pretty popular thing for people to do.
Oh, this one's full. Look at this one. This one's got all kinds of berries.
Yeah, see, these ones are kind of almost ready. You can see they're getting really big. They're actually pretty sweet already. Can't eat the seed, but yeah, they're not bad. You want to try one?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Come on, John.
I got a Mountain Dew over there.
But yeah, these supposedly, I've never made it, but George says they make really good jelly. I've never made jelly out of them, but.
And they're called what again?
Autumn olives.
Autumn olives. Well.
Yeah, these are planted everywhere. They're actually a invasive species. The coal company's planting these all over just to grow up, but the bears love them, so the birds love the seeds and the bears, so they're good for something.
I wonder how they got water up here at this place.
He probably had a well. I've never seen it, but he would have to have had a well somewhere. Now, if you go right on out this trail right here, little ways, there's a big, beautiful pond and full of fish. So, yeah, I'm sure we go out there and fish and stuff, but.
Up on this little fish. It's a good one, ain't it? Is that still on private property there?
Yeah, that's the one that goes with the we don't want to go on out that way because that takes you on down. You can go that way and go out to what we call the Ridge Trail, and it'll drop you off into down in Well, you can go to Middlesboro that way, or you can go to Pudge's. Pudge's entrance. A lot of people stay over in the valley that come up here to ride. They'll come up they'll come up Pudge's Trail, which Pudge's is actually a county road, but they don't maintain it or whatever. It's really rough trail.
Yeah, that's a nice pond.
Yeah, it is. Be nice to take a little kayak or something and go up there and fish.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had that set as a screensaver for a while on my phone. I would most definitely live up here. And that's a better shape than the house I was raised in.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, my daddy, he was a coal miner, and my mom, she was just a stay-at-home mom. They all took care of all of us. But yeah, we had a pretty rough house. I remember one time was in the kitchen, and they had up to the attic, they had some just like an insulation board, like like they used to have back way long ago, just like insulation, but it was just a board. Well, they had it nailed up there to keep the attic access covered up. Well, one morning I was standing in there getting ready for school, because right underneath this board was a mirror and our little like vanity thing where Mom kept our hairbrushes and stuff like that to get us ready for school. Well, we're standing there one morning trying to get ready for school, and this piece of I hear something up there rustling around, and all of a sudden this board falls, and there's two big old huge black snakes wrapped up in each other had got on that, and all that weight just broke it loose, and it just fell on the floor, and there's those snakes right in front of me. That's pretty traumatizing, because I do not like snakes. But yeah, we lived in that old house until I was like 12, and then my daddy built a new house for us down just right in the backyard pretty much of the old house, and I lived there from the time I was 12 until I was 18. So I moved out, of course, but yeah.
All right, guys, where we at?
We are at the bottom of the trail that we call No Business. This is the waterfall at the bottom of it. We call it the No Business Waterfall.
And this is Campbell County?
Yes.
Okay.
This is part of the TWRA trail system here.
And so we're going to go down the rope. You saw this waterfall in one of the first videos I did here in the mountain area with George and Tammy. And I just wanted to come back again, get a little bit more footage of it, and then we're going to go up to the sand caves, I guess. So we haven't seen that yet. So yeah, we got to kind of climb down this little rope. It ain't too bad getting down there. We're going to get down there and try to get a few more pictures and see what we can get into. So you ready?
It's not too bad.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so there's a rope and a ladder here. You're going to go down the rope, right?
Yeah, I always use the rope. Well, this ladder was just put here like maybe a few months ago, and John, he's a local here. Well, now he is. He's originally from Florida, but he lives here now. He's a good friend of ours. And he came here with us one day, me and George came to go swimming, and he was following us. He had never been here before, and there was just one little bitty thin rope. It's actually laying right over there, that used to let you down here. And so he saw that, and then he decided he was going to give us the upgrade. So so he got on, I think, Amazon, and bought this rope and this ladder. So we got all fancied up around here now.
All right, well, I'll come down after you.
Okay.
That way you can catch me if I fall.
Yeah, I like the ladder, or I like the rope, because I've tied a bunch of knots in it, and you can hold on to these knots. It just feels more safer than this ladder. Gives you something to hold on to down here. Yeah, it's very clear today. You can see the fish down in there today.
Yeah, when we was here last time, it had more water, but you couldn't see down here. It was stirring up the mud, I guess, so much water was coming over. Well, I think since we're going, I was going to try to go over there, but like you said, without getting wet, there's not much.
You can go right around there if you.
Are there a way to get to the top of it?
Yeah, you just gotta climb up the waterfall.
Oh, you got to climb the waterfall to get to the top of it. Yeah. Well, okay. No, maybe not today.
I don't blame you. This water's cold today. But yeah, if you climb the waterfall and go on up to the next level and go back there just a little ways, there's just a little smaller waterfall and then a pool of water, and it's really pretty back there.
Well, it looks like it's a little cleared out up here. Why is there's no trees? I see an opening area up that. You know what that is up there?
Well, we came right by that on the trail.
So that's part of the road, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, the trail comes right down this hill and then right through this creek. And
okay, so the trail's right up here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the trail.
I got you.
Yeah.
Do they have a name for this waterfall?
No Business Waterfall.
No Business Waterfall. Okay.
Everybody just calls it the waterfall at the bottom of No Business. Because No Business is the name of this trail that goes up through here to the top of the mountain. It's a really difficult technical trail, so it's not used a whole lot, but because it requires most of the time like you're winching and pulling and braking stuff. But I mean, it's beautiful up there. There's actually another waterfall up there. I have a picture of it on my phone. We call it the Devil's Bathtub, and it's kind of like this, but it's a lot more narrower, and it runs down into a pool of water like this at the bottom, which it's not nowhere near this deep, but it's really pretty too. But that's called the Devil's Bathtub. And then it just keeps running on down the mountain into this little creek area here.
Well, let's go find them sand caves. I remember going there when I was about 15 years old.
Okay.
And I still got that footage on VHS tape. One day I'm going to get it converted over so that I can show some of that footage back when I was about 14 years old. We walked up that side of the mountain, and Yeah.
It's probably going to look a whole lot different than when you were 14, John.
Yeah. Okay.
I know it's going to be rougher. John's all bad off horse too. He's too big on that because I used to cut my leg on it every time I cut across that thing, just about it. But yeah, this used to be the rope that we used to go down to it.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
As you can see, that's a whole lot nicer than this.
Well, thank you, John.
Yep.
I think Dustin's hung out with John some.
Yeah, he did.
Dustin's been out riding with him.
Yeah, that's like 3 times the stick and a lot sturdier. Got me a ladder now. This one right here should be perfect. Now we just gotta get our knife and cut it open and see what we got inside of it. Oh, this one's not got one in it yet. It's not ready yet.
What are you
This
looking
ain't
for?
ready. Well, when they're ready, they'll show either this will be it'll be a spoon, the seed right here. It'll be either a spoon, a fork, or a knife, and that tells you what kind of winter we're gonna have. So we're probably gonna have to wait like another couple weeks. Let them get a little bit riper. Because we don't have anything yet. Just see this white part right here inside of the seed? This white area right there? That's what will turn when it's ready. So it's just starting to form right there. So you can't, it's not really got anything definitive, but kind of what it looks like starting, it kind of looks like a spoon. So, but we'll have to look again in a couple weeks. It'll definitely be ready in a couple weeks. Just a little too hard right now. And see right up there at the main top, see those orange ones? Those are the ones that, so we gotta wait till some of these lower turns that orange color is like that one.
Well, maybe we can come back in a couple weeks.
we won't have to. Right there's a really nice one, but I don't know if to get it. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to have to walk. How far is it to walk?
Not even a quarter of a mile.
Up this
just
hill?
right up the hill, and yep, just
All right.
a little ways.
We're going to go to the sand cave. I wish I could get that footage of when I was a teenager. I do have it on VHS tape. I just don't think I'll be able to get it downloaded by the time I get this video edited, but at some point I am going to do that footage. Starting to see some sand right here.
Yep. A lot of times you'll see bear tracking here. If you're the first one here, and before everybody starts walking on it, bears are breaking here a lot.
So I guess this holds water. When it's heavier, it probably gets a bigger pond down in here.
Yeah, when there's more waterfall, more rain and the waterfalls more, yeah, that's a lot bigger water down there. But you can come right here, we can walk all the way down here. Down here, but if we go down the cliffhanger trail, we'll pass this stream multiple times. It's usually running pretty good, but we haven't had a whole lot of rain this summer and fall, so here we go.
Go up there? Yeah. Can you? To the top rock? Well, I want to go.
Let's go. Better four-wheel drive though, I'm telling you.
Four-wheel drive?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be hard to film.
My little grandkids, when I bring them down here, they love to come out here and pick up the different rocks. There's a bunch of different stones here. Yeah, you gotta put in four-wheel drive to get up there.
Yeah, the sand's a little bit of an issue. Is that a problem? The sand or the just
yeah, sand.
just sandy?
Yeah.
So we're going that way up to them?
This is the easier way.
Okay.
That hill's a little steep.
All right.
It's a little more difficult.
Right. Okay. Somebody here, ain't they? Hear somebody.
Yeah, I think that was the other group.
I was really happy to hear that. That's gorgeous. He's programmed. It's amazing.
I have a picture of my daddy. One of the pictures I have of him when we rode over here one day. I was standing right up there on that rock. I love that picture.
You're standing in the
The only time he'd ever been here.
Get up there now. I didn't know where I'm looking at that.
He came with my brother. My brother talked him into riding in the side-by-side over here with us, come to the sand cave. And he did, and
I'm going to get you up.
I'm glad he did because I got that picture to remember him by.
Are you get up there? Good luck, kid.
So it goes back in here a ways, don't it?
Oh, they're up there.
And then there's another one.
Yeah.
It's been in there a long time. And then like over here's like some hieroglyphics right here. Those
Come on, Mark.
down here.
How'd you get up there? Right there. I'll say we just walk all the way.
You just gotta right here. You just got like right there. You gotta have boost you up. Like, put your body up there and then have him keep your legs up and shut you. Yep. Get around his knees.
Peter, get in there.
Yeah.
Peter, get in the
Get
water.
around his knees and shove him up there.
Take a shower.
Jump. There you go.
Oh, them are old ones, or at least they're deep. Took a while to engrave some of that. So that looks like that could be a, I've seen some of that when they was coming over here from Ireland or somewhere. you'll see some of them markings on some of the real old gravestones. They're almost like English, some of it is, but some of the letters are different. Well, look there.
Yep, as I said, there's some really.
It's almost got my initials, J.W. almost, see up there.
Almost, yeah.
I did that when I was here.
Did you?
45 years ago. 45 years ago.
Yeah, it's pretty cool back in here.
Yeah, it's really hard to see on video how big it is.
Yeah, they don't look very big on video, but
It's hard to catch it all, ain't it?
it's massive.
I bet Indians lived here for sure.
Oh, no doubt.
Probably a whole village of them in here at one time
I wish
because
I
they
could-
stay out of the weather really good here.
Yeah, and they have fresh water.
Take a shower, running shower,
Yeah, take a shower, cook, bath,
wash their pots.
have a fire back up in there, and
Yeah.
yeah. On the rocks coming in, like right up in there, like down the path we walked, there's actually some like alien looking heads engraved in the stone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like look right there, that almost kind of looks like a face. You know, you see the head, like the imprint, and then the eyes, and then like a mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been talking about that writing up there. You think they did it on a extension pole?
It had to be an extension pole. I don't know any other way they could have got up there. I don't see any like hooks in the rocks where they could have like, you know, rock climbed or.
Right.
That's what we've discussed that many times. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of is an extension pole. Creek all the way down. Oh, it's really dry. Most of the time, the water's up over these rocks here. It's up over these rocks. You can't even know what's what.
Can't even see.
I just know. I just know where my tires need to be.
It doesn't look like they let it come down this creek. It looks like they would divert around this creek.
Well, they do on down here, but this one they haven't.
this trail called?
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah. Called the cliffhanger because it runs beside this cliff here.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, normally this creek's flowing really good. Really pretty. But it's dry right now.
Yeah, this looks more like a creek bed than a road.
Yeah. Yeah. It
Doesn't
does.
really look like a road no more.
Nope. It ain't the creek bed. The creek bed's up here to the left of us.
Oh, okay.
You can see it. See it up here?
Yeah.
That's the creek bed.
Okay.
This is the trail.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is why Tackett Creek was one of the top 10 ATV destinations in the world
Really?
for like for a couple of years. And one of the big magazines, they named Tackett Creek because people like this stuff. Most trails are just dirt or dust or gravel. Like they are those trails here, but there's also trails like this for people that want a little bit more technical stuff, rocks. A lot of the driving over here is mainly just knowing which trail to take how. Like this trail is really, really bad if you're trying to come up it, you know. But going down it, it's not that bad. You just gotta pay attention. But you know, coming up is a whole different story.
So I heard them talking about different colors of trails.
Yeah, like the blue trails are, you got green trails, which are like roads, like highways, like pretty much. And then the green trails are just easy trails. Pretty much anybody can go down those. And then you got the red trails, which are a little bit more difficult. And then you got the black trails, which is like this. This is a black trail.
And that means
So black is the worst. If you're looking at a map, one of the maps like Lifetime Trail maps or Tackett Creek Mafia maps, and you see a black, that's the worst trail that you can go on is the black. So that's kind of like for very, you know, experienced riders. You know, you don't want to try to start a black trail if you've not been riding very long, like this right here.
you can't see it so much in the vehicle when you're
Right.
filming.
This is actually smoother than it used to be. It used to be a lot rougher than this. So this would be the creek that the waterfall runs out of right here, down to.
All right, we made it back to George's and we had a good day out, seeing all the different ridges and mountains and hollers. And where all did we go to today?
We went to Clairfield, up Valley Creek, to Middlesboro, back around to Rock Creek, and then to Tackett, and back to George's.
Back to George's, yeah. Well, if y'all interested in using her as a trail guide, you can email her at the email that'll be in the description and in the first comment, and we'll hopefully be making some more of these videos as we go along. Tammy's the one that introduced me to George, and we're hoping to meet some more people right here in this area so we can add some more people to this series. And we're calling this True Appalachia. Tammy come up with that.
Yes.
So this series is called True Appalachia. So we're going to try to show you some of the things that you might not see on regular TV. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.